What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're diving into a mono green counters deck where we're trying to stack as many counters as we possibly can up onto our creatures. So in order to do so, we have Stonecoil, Wildborn, and Yorvo, three creatures that obviously pair very well with the whole counter mechanic and all that. Stonecoil, you can just sink all your mana, and it gets really big. Wildborn, you can continuously add counters to it, right? Every time you play a creature, you just spend your extra mana to add that many extra counters to Wildborn. And then, of course, Yorvo gets bigger every time you play another green creature or another green creature enters the battlefield. So, of course, having Swarm Shambler, anytime somebody targets one of your creatures that has a +1/+1 counter, it'll make an insect creature enter the battlefield, and thus Yorvo will get an additional +1/+1 counter. Now, on top of this, we also have Scavenging Ooze, something that builds counters on its own while also allowing you to exile the opponent's graveyard. We have Invigorating Surge to add a counter and then double the number of +1/+1 counters on our creatures, and this is going to be a big number for us, right? Because this on the Wildborn or Yorvo, can easily give us a 20/20 or something like that, right? Something crazy. Now, alongside all this cool stuff, we also have the Ozolith. Since we are playing with so many counter mechanics, so many counter creatures, we kind of want to make sure that they're sticking around even if our creatures leave the battlefield. So, you know, exile or discard, or not discard, exile, destruction, bounce. I think that's about all the interactions we got right now, right? So Swarm Shambler is good. Chainweb Aracnir is really good against the rogues. You can escape it. It deals with flyers. It has reach. It gets counters on it. It does everything you want for a 1-mana creature. 3 copies of Inscription of Abundance, again, allows you to add additional counters, allows you to gain life off of the highest power creature that you control, and it allows you to have one of your creatures fight one of the opponent's creatures, or, you know, act as some removal. We also have 3 copies of Ram Through for additional removal, as well as 1 copy of Primal Might. I'm a bigger fan of Ram Through, although Primal Might has potentially bigger payouts. With there being rogues and so many control decks in the meta, so many low-costing counter magic spells, I don't think something like a Primal Might, something where you all in and try to send it on one creature and send that creature to face, I don't think it's a safe bet, right? You have to dodge counter, you have to dodge removal. It's just not very likely. And it's also only sorcery speed. Ram Through, instant speed. You can generally get it out on your opponent's instep, and even if it catches a counter spell, at least this is catching a counter spell and not your creatures, right? We also have we have 3 copies of Llanowar Visionary, a 2/2 that allows you to draw a card as well as ramp you up, so it helps get you to the Elder Gargaroth, as well as the Turntimber and Great Henge. Now, this is one deck where I'm running 4 copies of Great Henge because you want to see it. Your creatures are going to be big enough, and you want to put more counters down on them. Great Henge is a great way to do that, no pun intended. And yeah, Elder Gargaroth, you know, it's a 6/6. It doesn't have any interaction with counters, but if you can use the Ozolith and you already have counters on it and you put it on the Elder Gargaroth, now you have a big vigilance, reach, trampling, you know, life gaining or card drawing or beast creating creature. So it gets pretty good. Oh, one thing I forgot to do is if you have Castle, not Ardenville, the green Castle Garenbrig. There it is. Be sure to throw it in the deck. I kept forgetting, but it's really good. It works well with Scavenging Ooze, with the Wildborn Preserver, with getting down Gargaroth and then another creature, right? It's just a really awesome card. Now, I don't recommend 4 copies, as you do have a lot of non-creatures in this deck, but, you know, 2 copies can really help you out. So, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this little deck tech breakdown. If you have, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment in the comment section, subscribe if you're new here and you want to see more content, as well as hit that bell icon so YouTube knows, hey, you actually want to see more content. Now, if you're looking to support the channel through a monetary means, you can hit the join button down below. Of course, you get additional perks whenever you do that. So if you like the channel and you like what you're seeing and you want to support it, well, by all means, get something back in return, right? Now, we are live every single day, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the channel with our live premieres. I'm generally in the chat saying, hey, hi, how are you? Hope you're having a good day or night, you know, having general conversations. We're also live 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and that is for our budget videos. And then our members-only videos go live Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. So thanks everybody once again for joining us here today. We're almost to 10,000 subs. We're at almost 9,000, so we're like 1,000 away, right? We got some big stuff coming for us in the future with the channel and, you know, even outside of the channel. So, excited for that, and excited for this match of Magic, or a couple matches. Anyways, let's dive into some fun. Alright, Shamaine? I don't know. Anyways, we're going to keep this. It seems like a, fairly solid starter hand. We got the Swarm into the Scavenging, potentially into the good old Elder Gargaroth. Oh, you know what? I forgot to add castles. We gotta go add some castles after this game, because what is a mono green stompy deck without some castles? Am I right? Cathartic Reunion, they're getting their cycle on. Now, we could have played the other Swarm Shambler, tapped our first Swarm Shambler. I think that is a fair play. So, for anybody that's like, hey, you could have done this, should have done this, I could potentially get on board with that. They are certainly discarding a whole lot of stuffs here. I think I'm going to start building my Swarm Shambler up a little bit. No shatter, whirlwind. Hey, I'm alright with that. That actually gets it nice because we enjoy the whirlwindiness. We're exiling their cards just because we can. Okay? Just because we can. Up to 4, we can play Wildborn down instant speed. I think what I want to start doing now is alternating my Swarm Shamblers, building their damage and dealing damage. Opt. Great card for a whirlwind. Great one. Scrying one to the top. You don't like to see that. Hopefully no shatter here. Shock. Oh my goodness. It's a shock. There aren't any creatures, so we're just going to have to take that. We're just going to have to lose it. Lose the ooze. Time to lose the ooze. Alright, so thankfully no board wipes coming at us this little go around. Okay. That kind of worked out. Oh, whoops. Okay, whatever. I didn't mean to pay 0 there on the second one, but whatever, it works. So we can use this actually if we wanted to. Let's see. Gain life, 2 counters. It's not bad. We're dealing 7, so deal 9. Gargaroth is committing a little much, a little bit much to the board. We don't really care about the life gain, so I just want to spread the counters out. They're down to 4 life. We'll hold the Gargaroth back. If we can hit a land, that's Great Henge, but I feel like they have board wipe here, otherwise they would scoop, right? Of course, if they have a 1-mana spell, Whirlwind will proc. That's a chance, right? Crash through, okay. Let's see. Did they hit the shatter? We know they got one in the deck. Well, the hell, they've already used one. Light of Hope, okay. Still doesn't keep them alive, though. Still does not keep them alive. Claiming my Swarm. It's insulting. We don't have anything to pay for that. Wish I did, but we don't. Unsummon on the 3/3. They're doing some good work here, and it was a great idea to take that Swarm before unsummoning and all that stuff, right? Obviously, you let that damage happen. They still have 2 mana. Are they going to save it for our turn? Indeed. Indeed. So we're dealing 7 damage here, which is not lethal. I think we got to go for the Ozolith. The Gargaroth is just playing into the board wipe, you know? Thrill? They're certainly looking for it. Give me the board wipe. Hopefully they don't find 2 copies. That would be really terrible. Wow, what? How many cards did they have in their deck? That's insane. 74, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 17 on the board. And they had, I think, 18 or 17. Wow, they had like a 100-card deck. Over 100 cards, right? 10 in hand, 1 in exile, that's 11, plus a 19 in graveyard, that's 30, plus 70, that's 100 there, not to mention the rest. Oh, yes, GG. Woo. Captain 2.0. So it's the better captain. It's the true captain. We don't have any creatures here early, but we do have the Ozolith, so... I'm probably going to keep it, yeah. I probably shouldn't keep it, if I'm being honest, but should and will and do and not and all that kind of stuff, you know, it runs together. We're going to go for the Ozolith turn 1 here. Chainweb's okay, but, you know, what happens if they play a one health flyer and then I'm just feeling like a fool? It's a Rats deck. Nice. Absolutely 10,000%. That is dope. Happy to see it. I did Rats a long time ago. Okay, a long time ago. Might be time to bust him back out again. Piper of the Swarm. Oh, I love this card. I just wish instead of sack 3 rats, it was just sack 2. Because you already have to pay 4 mana and tap the card, and it's a 1/3. So it's like, you really got your work cut out for you already. We'll block the Piper. We'll let the Swarm Shambler through. They may end up using Village Rites on our Swarm Shambler here. I'm not happy about it because that was the counter that was going to the Ozolith. But whatever, whatever. I got some bad news for their Piper here. Their Pied Piper. Alright, so we're still getting in 4. Not too shabby, not too shabby. We need 1 more land. We can get to the Gargaroth. I really want to see what else this Rats player has, though. So, you know, we may play a little slower. I don't want them conceding. Of course, if I play slower and I lose the Rats, y'all are never going to let me live it down. Am I right? You're going to be like, hey, Chance, you remember that time you lost the Rats? Dipshit. Alright, so we're going to go for the Invigorating Surge on the 1/2 here. Hit him with the 1/2. Yes, very nice. I know you didn't want to do anything to my creature here. The main reason I wanted this is so we can potentially get closer to the Great Henge mana in case something happens to our Gargaroth. Blood Aspirant. So they can take out our little 1/1 now if they want to sacrifice the goat. You're going to gain some life, put a counter on the Aspirant. That's fine. So opponent probably swings in with Woe Strider here. Whoa, there, Strider. We'll let it happen. It's both really good and sort of mediocre. It is our Gargaroth, but we had to pay 3 life, so, you know, not thrilled about it, but at the same time, happy to see it. If that makes any bit of sense. Now, they can sacrifice... Okay. I was going to say, they can sacrifice their goat and get their Blood Aspirant up. They could potentially sacrifice something else. But, that would cost them their Woe Strider, right? So... Alright, we got the Gargaroth. The Great Henge is only going to cost us 3 mana on the next turn. Could be some good eats for us here very, very soon. Crawling Barrens, also from our foe. I just want to see more rat. More rat action. to a 4/4. So they can double block into the Gargaroth. We can still take out both creatures, which is definitely a positive for us. Alright, let's get down the Great Henge. Swing-a-roo, swing-a-rah. Gain some life or draw a card. Fuck. What are the chances that it would be a land? Nobody tell me the actual chances, by the way. I know. There's actual math of what it could have been, so. Oh, well. I guess the 3/3 green beast would have been better in that situation. This is okay, though. Again, I would like to see more rat action out of our opponent here, so. Surely they don't. There's something going on here. It's fishy. It's fishy. Blood Aspirant's almost big enough to start dealing with my stuff. Actually, if they sack Woestrider, oh, then they have the foods too. It is big enough to deal with my stuff. Bum bum bum. Hey, Swarm Shambler. That's good though. So we gotta find some way to deal with this Blood Aspirant, right? They're all the way back to 20 life. This is crazy. I like it though. I like what I'm seeing here. Ooh, Wildborn's really good. I think now is when we start breaking away, right? Surely. Surely. See what we draw here. Ah, I should have swapped those around. Trying to go wide, if y'all couldn't tell, by the way. Invigorating. All right. That's some stuff we wanted to see. That is some stuff we wanted to see. So now we'll probably just build that Wildborn up, try to invigorating it. Okay, and then they escape the Woestrider back. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. I will say I do like the Blood Aspirant. It's got a certain little merit to it. The worst thing about it is probably the fact that it dies to the Blood Chiefs, you know, things of that nature. Eliminate. But we've seen that whole song and dance before. I highly doubt they swing in here. Highly, highly doubt it. Yeah. Still no creature. That is unfortunato. They're not going to block here, or if they do, it'll be with the little teeny tiny goat. We're not going to use the Invigorating Surge, of course, until we get a clean shot to the face. Clean shot to the face. We're still at 16 life though, so we're still doing all right. We're leveled out, so to speak. Traitorous Greed. Bum bum bum. Nice. Still not enough to kill us, but still nice. Still nice. Think they draw a card or create a green beast. Yeah. That do make the most sense. Okay, so we could actually get our Chainweb back from the graveyard now. If we don't hit a creature, we still have a creature. Thank goodness. Oh, snap. GG, they got us with the fling. I wasn't even thinking about it, but you know, they're Rakdos, so it makes a lot of sense. Here I was being cocky, and the rats came around and they got us. Cooper FBI. Gonna be our next foe. Cooper FBI. Better watch it. Alright, so Swarm Shambler, Ozolith, Yorvo. Yeah, this is certainly keep worthy. Certainly. Oh, hey. This rarely happens, but we have 2 cards by Randy Vargas. Primal Might and the Turntimber. They do have a similar style about them, and I gotta say I like it. I like it a lot. So we are going to go for the Swarm Shambler turn 1 here. They may end up removing it. I guess we could have gone for the Ozolith. We'll see. We'll see. It's a shock. Should have went for the Ozolith. Whatever. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. Of course, they did play a mountain, so I probably should have played the Ozolith. Like, I should have known. Should have known. Should have known. It's alright, we'll get the Ozolith down this turn. We'll get down Yorvo on the next turn. Might get to the Great Henge here before too long. We'll see. We'll see. Magmatic, we let that go through, for sure, for sure. And ye old Bone Crusher. Ye olden Bone Crusher. Alright, so our Great Henge only costs 5 now. We do have the potential to get there. Might throw Turntimber down tapped on this next turn, actually. We'll see. Of One Mind, really good card here. So it's like an Is It adventure deck, sorta? Soulseer. Jesus. Alright, well this is kind of alright, because now we can put those 4 counters onto our bug, and then we can get the Great Henge down on the next turn, so kind of helped us, you know? Kind of sort of helped us, so we go here, put all these here, take action. Yes. Here's why. Because now we can go Great Henge, and I can go Primal Might if I want to. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Makes it 11, 11. 4 points of damage. I can use the Primal Might here to remove their Bone Crusher, which is what I'm thinking about doing, but we also have the Stonecoil. I think I'm going to go for the Primal Might. The 2 damage we take from Bone Crusher is sort of mitigated by the life we gain from the Great Henge, so... Took that out, no problem, no problem. How much mana do we have? 6, so that is a 6/6 Stonecoil. Or if we hit one more land, that's a Turntimber, which, you know, not too bad. They're going to go for the Bone Crusher to the face, and then a Stormwing Entity. Okay, I think I understand a little bit more now what their deck's about. So they might also have Sprite Dragon, right? The little door rat, perfect pet, if you will. Scrying 1 to the top, you don't love to see that. They could potentially get to that 1 card, but they can't cast it, so yeah. Wildborn is really, really good. He's really, really good. Let's go for it. Another land. Hey, next turn that's our Turntimber, so I think we will just go for a big old 5/5 Stonecoil here. So now we have 2 creatures with reach, decline. We can swing in. Oh, we can swing in here. So things are going pretty well. Cooper FBI, actually, things are going so well that they're going to scoop it out. They've seen enough. So mono green counters, I think there's some merit to the deck, you know? Rare candy. Like from Pokemon? You're gonna level up my Pokemon here? Yeah. Okay. It's, you know, it's not off the wall, bang up fantastic. Not that that's the same, but it'll do. It'll fill the shoes. Hopefully we can find either some more lands here or something to interact with our creatures, right? We would love to get to that Great Henge or the Elder Gargaroth, or both. You know, who's to say both can't happen? So Invigorating Surge would put the Ooze to a 3/4/4, big enough to take out the Skyclave, that's for sure. That's for sure. They're gonna let the damage go through. Yikes. Alright, well I don't want to use Invigorating yet. If we can find some more lands, like we got the potential to get to some places. They seem to be a life gain deck, you know, Skyclave, Radiant, Maul. Okay, I'm still not worried about Maul. It does give them 5 life on that thing. But we could still get there, potentially. So we're taking 3 here. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Hey, Visionary, that's good. It's not a land, but it is, you know, it is more mana, so. Swing with Ooze. Yeah, we'll block with the Chainweb. Alright, so we're up to 4 mana. If I can get one more land, we'll be up to 5, and that is a Gargaroth. Archon of Sun's Grace. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Yorvoskian. Not exactly what we needed. But Yorvo plus Invigorating makes Great Henge cost basically nothing. So we're going to go for the Yorvo, actually. We're going to go Yorvo, Chainweb. It doesn't really matter. Now, alright. I feel like this game might come down to our key timing with the Yorvo Invigorating Surge play. No! You bastard! You absolute monster! Fuck. Fuck you, rare candy. Alright, we'll let it through. I think we lose here. Yeah, we missed our land draws too many times, I feel. We'll go for the Elder Gargaroth, of course. It might still, you know, it might still hold its candle here. Hold its flame? Hold its own? I don't know. There's a saying that I'm looking for. Skyclave. Well, that can't take out the Gargaroth, thank goodness. Yeah, reread your card there, buddy. Reread. Now, it's unfortunate that their ECD is in the phase that it is because it makes our non-creatures, which is everything we have in hand, cost more. Bastard. Take our Scavenging Ooze. Honestly, if I was them, I probably would have taken the Llanowar Visionary. Just saying. Just saying. So I could use Ram through here from the Gargaroth to the Archon. Or I go for the Great Henge. I want to go for the Great Henge before we lose the Gargaroth. You know what I mean? Do we swing in? No. So we can gain 2 life with the Great Henge. We'll be to 13. Now we can use the Invigorating and the Ram through all in one turn if we wanted to. We don't have any cards in our graveyard minus this Chainweb. It's a little unfortunate. Banishing Light. Hey, you better be careful about what you're choosing here. No, 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 no. Actually, I probably should have done this before the Banishing Light hit the board. Fuck me. Alright, well there goes our Gargaroth. I was really hoping they'd take the Great Henge, because we have another Great Henge. We don't have another Gargaroth, you know what I mean? I guess we could have also swung in on our last turn, then used the Ram Through. So I kind of misplayed this game, right? We should have swung in, used Ram Through at instant speed. This is a little scary. A little scary for us for sure. I'm going to block. Filling up our graveyard I don't feel like is a bad idea. Another land? Are you kidding me, game? Come on! How many cards do I have to exile? 4 other cards. So even if I play this, I only have 4 cards in the graveyard. It's still not enough. Oh, fuck. Alright. We're trying so hard here. We're trying so hard. I definitely should have used the Ram Through Gargaroth swing in. Could have gave us another 3/3. Damn it. Where is... There it is. That's probably lethal. Was that 4, 7, plus 4 is 11? Yeah. Snap. Lost that one, but it was pretty much all my own fault. Keith Chan. Looks very keepable to me. We got the Yorvo on turn 3. We got the Swarm Shambler, the Chainweb prior to that. Now, we probably will go ahead and build up our Swarm Shambler here if it can live. Fervent. Yeah, because why not? Because why not? No block arenas there. Do we go for the Llanowar or the Yorvo? I think we go for the Yorvo first. Hellhound. Alright, well, at least that creature doesn't have haste. And another Fervante. Could potentially block with the Chainweb here. Nah. Nah, we'll be alright. Go for the Yorvo this turn. Next turn we'll go Llanowar, Ozolith. I don't want to swing in just in case they do have an answer for the Yorvo. You know, there is plenty of 3-mana red spells that could deal with Yorvo. Robber, not one of them, but if they have an additional spell here, I was about to say it will allow them to steal a card from us if they swing in with the Robber, but that is sacrificing the Robber, so they choose not to. Alright, we go Llanowar, we go Ozolith. This is really good for us as well, because on next turn we'll have the 5-mana, well, I guess now we would have been either way, but thanks to the Llanowar, we would have been up to 5 mana, so we could kick the Inscription down, right? I don't want to start swinging them with Yorvo. I think what I want to start doing is building up the Swarm Shambler on their turn. And use Inscription to give some counters, maybe to our Llanowar, or maybe to the Chainweb, I don't know. Annex is a little scary. So I think what we do here is kick. Put 2 +1/+1 counters. Okay. They go here. We gain life. This thing fights that thing. This way everything has counters on it. Alrighty, so we got a decent defensive line here. We really don't want to see an Embercleave from them. we're seeing a Nimbercleave from him. This is most certainly a Nimbercleave territory. Alright, this is fine though. So what we'll do is we'll go... I think a Yorvo is going to bite it here. Yeah. But no, they go for the Swarm Shambler. What? That's strange to say the very least. So maybe we can find, yeah, actually, yes. That's exactly what I was hoping to see. Alright, so they're pretty much the top deck territory. And we got big old Yorvo. Boop. Alright, so they're down to 12. You know, the unfortunate thing for them, if they don't do their math right, we actually have lethal here. So go ahead, swing in. Be my guest. Just be warned. Oh, no, no, no. They do have a Castle Ember, so we got to be a little careful about that. But I think we still got him here, right? Because that Llanowar has 4 counters on it. So those... Oh, no, it has 2 counters. Oh, I keep seeing it as a 4/4, and for some reason I'm like, yeah, that's what that is. Anyway, so we do block here, I think. Use Great Henge, gain the life Reno. There's that, right? Alright, well, I guess moment of truth. I don't really know. I'm not doing the math, because math is for losers, and we shall see. We're the loser. I told you, math's for losers. Alrighty, well, we messed up there.